Okay, I think I am audible and here. Okay, yes, I am. Okay, hello everyone. So, today in this session, I'm going to talk about the remaining part of the first unit of MMPC 17. So, in the previous session, I explained this portion. So, up to that, I have completed first half of the unit 1, and the remaining half of the unit 1 I will explain in this. If you haven't watched that first half of this unit, then you can go into the playlist and you can go there in MMPC 17, and there you will get unit 1.1 there. Okay, and now this session it is going to be unit 1.2. So up to prerequisites for success in corporate planning already done. Now next we have here implementation of corporate plans. So what different ways can be utilized to implement corporate plan? So given implementation refers to those objectives which are necessary for achieving the plans already formulated. It means whatever plan already has been formulated, that can be achieved by the implementation process. So that's given implementation refers. Now this is the process which are necessary for achieving the plans which are already formulated. Implementation of corporate strategy requires the analysis of the following aspects. So these are the aspects which needs to be analyzed for the implementation of corporate strategy. The first that is given project implementation. So in this step, so I here if it is going to be highlighted, okay, now here I am, project implementation, that is how to implement the project that should be discussed or that should be dealt with here. The procedural implementation. Procedural implementation means what different procedures should be used in the implementation process, that should be discussed here. Then you have third one, this one. Okay, if I write then it will be much better. So go now. Okay, now this select this one. Now I think project implementation done. Then procedural implementation means what different procedures to be used in the implementation of corporate plan. Then you have resource allocation, how to allocate resources so that efficiently corporate plan can be implemented efficiently and effectively. Then you have the next one, structural implementation, means what kind of a structure the organization should possess or how to change the structure according to the requirement for implementation of the corporate plan, that should be discussed here. Then you have the behavioral implementation. In case of behavioral means what kind of behavioral aspects of the leaders should be there for the implementation process. Particularly here we talk about the leadership qualities, just like what different qualities a leader should possess so that corporate plan can be implemented. Then you have functional implementation. Functional implementation, just like what different kinds of functionalities, or you can say functional aspects should be used, just like what kind of marketing strategy, what kind of financial strategy or personal strategies should be used to implement the corporate strategy. Then you have review and evaluation of corporate plan. Okay, in the beginning I talked about that three dimensions of corporate management are there. First here is corporate planning. So corporate planning I explained in the previous session, and in this session I will explain about the implementation of corporate plans, which I have already done here. And the next one here is evaluation and control of corporate plans. That's the third one I'm going to talk about next. So as you can see here, there review and evaluation of corporate plan. It means whatever corporate plan has already been formulated and implemented, whether that corporate plan has worked in a better way or not, that should be evaluated. And if it is in accordance with the formulated strategies, then in formulated strategy, or you can say the plan, then it is okay, no issue, that can be used. But if there is some kind of deficiency or some kind of problem in the corporate plan or in the implementation process, then something need to be changed or some kind of modifications should be there. So review of evaluation and corporate strategy. Evaluation operates at two level. Okay, so at two level, so the first level, that is the strategic level, and the second one, it is the operational level. So what happens at the strategic level? Strategy means four types of strategic controls are premise. Okay, this one is the first strategic control. The second one is implementation. Third is it is a strategic surveillance, and the fourth one here it is special alert control. So these are the four strategic controls which are used for evaluation purpose. Okay, at the strategic level, four strategic controls are there. First here it is to control the premise. Second one, it is control the implementation process or some other aspects of the implementation. Then third, strategic surveillance. So what different kinds of strategy can be used to observe different functionalities and the procedures. Fourth, given spatial, you see here the fourth one, that is spatial alert control. So if some kind of problem it arises, then some kind of alert mechanism should also be there. At operational level, what happens? So two levels given, evaluation process operates at two levels. So strategic level already done, then second one you have here. So this one it was the first, and this one it is the second. Okay, so operational control consists of setting standards. So operation is setting a standard, how to control, setting standards, measuring performance, analyzing variance, and taking corrective actions. So you see here, so how operational control happens. So in case of operational control, standards should be set, and in accordance with the standards, the plan should be executed. And if any kind of deviation, so or you can say variance from the set standard, then that should be corrected. That's why here written corrective action should be there in practice. So measuring performance here also given. So measuring performance, the current performance should be compared with the standard performance, and then if there it is more variance, or if there it is more deviance from the deviation from the standard operation, then in that case some kind of corrective action should be taken. So here you have MBO, management by objectives, network technology, balanced scorecard, key factor ratings, benchmarking, value chain analysis, system modeling, responsibility control center, etc. are the techniques of strategic evaluation and control. So these are the techniques for, so you see, techniques of strategic evaluation and control. So this part here, it is strategic evaluation and control, so that it is okay. So this part I should mention in the first one, but here it is by mistake it is done, but yet I'm going to write here. So this is about techniques for strategic. So here I'm writing, okay, strategic evaluation and control. Okay. Now next you have the approaches to corporate management. So what different approaches are there? So first approach that is given here, the top down approach. So in case of top down approach, management decides everything and the implementation is being taken care of by the middle and lower level management as instructed by the top management. It means the top management, so here the top management decides everything and implementation part is being taken care of by the middle and lower level management as instructed by the top level management. Then you have the second bottom up approach. Okay, here, okay, this one it is the bottom of, second one it is bottom up approach. Okay, what color should be there? Okay, this color, I think it is better. So next one here, it is bottom up approach. In this this approach takes into account the realities and complexities of operations at the ground level. Okay, so in case of bottom up approach, realities and complexities of the operations are taken care. The top management adopts an open door approach. Suggestions are invited, means, and suggestions are invited from all levels. So what happens here, whatever that is the complexity or the problems at the ground level, that should be taken care, or the people working at the ground level, they inform the top level management about the problems or the difficulties in the operation, and then according to that the top level management adopts the suggestion and move on according to that suggestion. In case of hybrid, next here it is given hybrid approach. So this is a combination of top down and the bottom up approaches, which is generally used in decentralized companies. Okay, in decentralized companies generally hybrid approach is used. There is vertical communication between top management and the strategic business unit. It means there is a vertical communication in between the top management and the lower level management at different phases of the corporate planning and implementation process. So that's about the hybrid approach. Then you have the team approach. So what happens in case of team approach, where lateral communication between top managers is easier, means there is more lateral communication. In case of team approach, chief executive may himself in collaboration with senior managers prepare corporate plans. So here the top managers come together and then they talk about the problems, and according to that they prepare corporate plans in case of team approach. In case so I think all four already done. So these are the four approaches to corporate management. First it is top down approach, the second it is bottom up approach, third it is hybrid approach, and the fourth you have team approach. Then you have a strategist and their role in corporate management. Strategists, what are different roles of a strategist in corporate management? So who are, first we should know who are strategists. Strategists are individuals or group who are primarily involved in the formulation, implementation and evaluation of a strategy. So who are strategists? Strategists okay, sorry. Strategists are individuals or group who are primarily involved in the formulation. So they are individuals who are involved in formulation, implementation and evaluation of a strategy. Okay, and those people are just like board of directors, chief executive officers, entrepreneurs, consultants. These are the people who are involved in the implementation and evaluation of strategies. Okay, next you have a need for corporate. What is given? Need for corporate management. So need for corporate management, the first given scarcity of resources. Since there is always the scarcity of resources in any organization, so that's why it is very important, means that you can say corporate management is very important due to the scarcity of resources. Fast technological changes, technology is changing very rapidly, so that's why management should always keeping on changing according to the changes in the environment. If the management does not change the strategies, or you can say the plans in accordance with the fluctuations or variations in the environment, then in that case it may affect the profitability of the company. Then you have changing human values, so human values are also changing. So around 50 years ago, what people used to value here nowadays changed. Earlier people used to work only for one company or organization. Nowadays it is about working in multiple organizations or companies. So here human values are changing, so nowadays people value more about self actualization and something which is more flexible. But earlier that kind of human values were not present. So next here given multiplicity of stakeholders, so multiple stakeholders are there. So due to that, corporate management is very important. Growing competition, so competition it is also growing due to globalization, so that's why also corporate management is important. Liberalization, privatization and globalization, that's here given. So due to this due to liberalization and privatization, also corporate management required, because due to the liberalization many processes have changed, and privatization also affect the way organizations work and take care of stakeholders. So that's why there is need for corporate management. Growing scale of business operations, scale also growing, so that's why corporate management is important. Faster and quicker modes of transportation and communication, so that also affects. So here I'm talking about faster and quicker mode of transportation and communication. Professionalism in management, so due to these all reasons, there is a need of corporate management. Corporate management in non-business organizations, so corporate management is not only required in the profit making organizations, but also in non-business organizations also. So the basic objective of non-business organization is to provide services to people who come. Now you see basic objective of the to provide, so here given to provide services to the people who come in contact with these organizations. Okay, so that is the basic objective. The following are the specific areas where corporate management issues are to be taken with greater care. So what are areas where corporate management issues are to be taken care? So the first given, non-business organizations are not interested in attracting large number of clients. Such organizations do not go for rigorous environmental analysis. So such organizations only try to serve the people. Here next you have non-business organization have large number of interest groups. So here many large number of interest groups are there. Okay, hold on for a minute. Yes, now we can continue. Non-business organizations seldom go through the rigor of a strategic management process. And the fourth one, that is performance evaluation criteria in case of non-business organizations is highly qualitative and therefore judgmental. Okay, so these 4 points explain how and why there should be corporate management in non-business organization, means against, and also what kind, or here kind also, because the kind of corporate management it varies from organizations to organization. So that's why here in case of non-business organization also corporate management it may differ. So thank you all. I think that is sufficient for this. I think first unit here is over. If any kind of doubt or difficulties, you can write to me, and I will surely help you out for all management topics.